This is the KnKut 29-piece drill bit buddy. Basically, it's their 29-piece drill bit caddy setup, whatever you want to call this. But it's pretty cool. It's a great little organizer. It has a belt clip on it. Not sure you'd be clipping that on your belt, but maybe on the side of a tool pouch or something like that. It's your own drill index in a round tube with a lid on it. So great way to protect everything, still be able to access things pretty easily. There are sizes in here where you can actually look and see these. Looks like starting at 1/16 of an inch and going all the way up to your typical 1/2 inch design. Be very careful, by the way, with bare hands because these will cut you. They're very sharp. KnKut, all made in the USA. They make some awesome drill bits, and you can go into Cobalt with them. They make those as well. These is basically their jobber set, which is a great set of drill bits. And these really should last you, quote, a lifetime. If you're not, doing steel work all the time. If so, then you're probably going to go through them. But if you take care of these, again, they should last you a long time. And then as you need them, they will sell you a 3/8 drill bit or an 1/8 inch drill bit. I typically use 1/8 inch drill bits all the time to drill pilot holes, so I tend to go through them even if I do take care of them, which I take care of them about half the time. Anyway, I'm going to give you some pointers because when it comes to steel and when it comes to drilling hard surfaces like steel, like stainless steel, most people do not drill them correctly. So I'm going to give you a simple formula that should help you because, listen, we could all look up the speeds and feeds of the size of the drill bit, which I would highly recommend you doing so. But most of the time, what do? We just grab it, we throw it in our cordless drill, and we just go to town. If you have a drill press, great. If you have a variable speed drill press, even better. And then it might even help you in determining what drill size. But again, let's go over simply how we can do that. But first, let's talk about these drill bits a little bit. I won't spend too much time here, but as I mentioned, very sharp. So these flutes will cut you. As well as the tip here is very sharp, and it's a split point design. Meaning, if you look at the tip, you actually get 4 cutting areas or 4 cutting blades up there, and it's a 135-degree split point design. Most of your, I would say, cheaper, drill bits that you're buying at your box stores are going to be, 115 or 118, I think, degrees of taper on the point. This is 135. Again, it's going to cut better and you're less likely to need an actual, starting point or something like that. Even though I still like to take a punch and actually make me a starting point. It just makes things a lot easier, but these are going to be less to wander on you than your typical drill bits. And again, made in the USA quality, some great drill bits, but let's go over, how do we know? Okay. We've got a piece of, I don't know, I would call that 1/4 inch, maybe a little more than 1/4 inch. Mild steel is what this would be, but steel. So we've got 1/4 inch thick steel. Well, let's say we're using a 3/8 drill bit or a 1/4 inch drill bit. How fast do we spin that drill when we're drilling? Because most of us, what are we going to do? We're going to chuck it in here. So let's grab our 1/4 inch. There's our 1/4 inch right there. I'm going to grab our 1/4 inch drill bit. And by the way, this has also got the 3 flat sides right here, so even better for most of us are chucking it up in our drill because now it's less likely to spin on the shank if we make sure that we get the chuck jaws on those flats. Crank that down. But most of us are going to chuck that up. We're going to have it in speed 2, and we're just going to go to town, and that's not the right way to do this. So let's check it out and see. I want you to remember a couple of things. I want you to remember steel, aluminum, and stainless steel. That's what most of us are probably going to be drilling. And for steel, we're going to remember 100. Aluminum is going to be 200. And stainless steel is going to be 80. Now, what is that? We're going to call that the cutting speed, the material cutting speed. But then we're going to use a formula because that's going to change whether we're using a 1/8 inch drill bit, a 1/4 inch drill bit, a 1/2 inch drill bit. And so let's go in and we're going to say, okay, the speed, so we'll just say speed, times 4 divided by diameter. Okay? That should be pretty easy to remember. Speed times 4 divided by diameter, and what we're trying to find is RPM. So let's use that with the drill bit we have. So let's say we're going to be drilling steel. Really doesn't matter the thickness. And so we're going to take 100 and times 4. Okay, 100 speed times 4 divided by diameter, and we're going to say 0.25. And so that's 400 divided by 0.25. Sorry about my mistake there. Anyway, and most of you know, if you're dividing by a quarter, then you multiply times 4. So our speed is going to be 1600. Now, how fast is your cordless drill? Well, most of you may not know that either. I will say most of the time, you can look on the side of it and see most of your major brands will have it on here. And on this one, it tells us that low is 0 to 650 RPM and high is 0 to 2000 RPM. So in this case, we can run this on high and drill through that steel with that 1/4 inch drill bit. However, if we stepped up to a 1/2 inch, what happens there? Well, if you do quick math, then you can know if we're doubling this right here to 0.5, then basically we're going to half that, right? So that's going to turn into 800. Sorry for all the slop here, but I think you get it. This simple formula will get you to where you need to go. So 1600 on the 1/4 inch drill bit, and then when we step up to a 1/2 inch, we're going to cut that down to 800 RPMs because we'd have 400 divided by 0.5 rather than 0.25 is going to give us our RPM for cutting that. Now, the smaller you get in the drill bit size, so down below, 1/4 inch down to 1/8 inch, it's really not going to matter. I mean, you can just go and, in speed 2 at 2000 RPM and probably be absolutely fine. Also, when you get into aluminum, same thing. That's going to happen right here. So if we took 200 times 4, that's 800 divided by 0.25, and that's going to give us 3200. Well, we don't even have a 3200 RPM cordless drill. So we can, again, drill that when it gets down to that smaller size in high, and you're not going to hurt anything. Now let's go ahead and get a piece of steel ready to drill. And I'll tell you the next biggest problem when it comes to drilling steel is not using enough pressure pushing on the drill bit and creating the chips that you need. And when you're drilling metal, you should have, and that's stainless steel, aluminum, you should have chips or chunks of metal that you're cutting, or even corkscrews, not dust. If you've got dust, either your drill bit is not sharp, well, it's not sharp anymore, and or you're not putting enough pressure on the bit. So here I've got a little center punch. This spring loaded, so it helps you put a dimple there, or you could use a hammer and a punch. Very easy to put some holes there, some starter holes. And always use some lube as well, especially when you're getting something bigger than, say, 1/8 inch or so. And I'm going to use the KnKut wax. So I just usually take my drill, stab it in there while it's running. And as we determined, what we say, we're at 1600 RPM for this. So I can run this pretty wide open. I'm going to start in 1 and put good pressure on it. So that's 650 RPM. So you see the chunks we're getting there. We're not getting dust, we're getting chunks. I'm going to speed it up and go about 3/4 throttle. And you see how quick we cut through there. Number 1, it's a great drill bit. Number 2, we're putting plenty of pressure, as well as we got lube on there and we got the right speed. Let's do that once more. We'll leave that in high. And there we have it. Quickly drill a 1/4 inch hole in 1/4 inch steel with no problem. And then if we wanted to drill aluminum, we take our 200 times the 4. And let's say we want to use a 3/8 drill, which is what? 375, correct? So then we get our 800 divided by 0.375, which actually gives us 2133. So again, we're kind of over what our max drill is, even though I just chucked it up in the Milwaukee. And let's see, low speed in the Milwaukee is 500 RPM. This is going to depend on which model, by the way. And the high speed is 2100. So we're absolutely fine drilling this aluminum with this 3/8 drill bit. Now we can go to speed high. Now we'll see in speed high, see if the 135-degree split point design with the 3/8 drill bit in there, if we can do this without a center punch hole and on a rounded surface without it wandering. I'm just going to kind of bump this a little bit. And there we go. So you always want to make sure you're providing plenty of pressure. And you're cutting chunks out, or at least chips out. Could even use a little cutting oil if you want to, a little WD-40, just something to, again. And by the way, when you're cutting aluminum, a lot of times some oil or some wax will keep the chips from kind of getting stuck on the cutting edge of aluminum because it is so soft. And I'm trying to gently not slam it all the way through and hit the bottom. So a good set of drill bits and not cutting too fast and putting plenty of pressure will help those drill bits last, and a little lube comes in handy as well.